You know that awful, heavy silence in a huddle room? You're staring at a blank screen, fumbling with three different remotes, sweating while an important client reads on the other end of the line, just trying to get the audio and video to talk to each other.
Oh, yeah, the classic modern meeting nightmare. I mean,
Yeah.
we've all been there.
Right. So today we're doing a deep dive into some product specs we got from HDTVSupply. We're looking specifically at the PureLink PUSH-GO-ALTA A. And the mission for us today, well, it's to figure out if this $5,390 meeting space in a box actually cures that collaboration headache.
Which is a pretty ambitious promise, considering how notoriously temperamental corporate AV can be.
It really is. But looking at what this box actually contains, control systems, video routing, audio switching, and all the cabling, it feels almost like one of those premium meal kit delivery services, but, for IT.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, because you aren't sourcing the ingredients from 5 different stores and just hoping they taste good together. A chef has already paired them up so the flavors won't clash.
Exactly. Because when you build an AV room piecemeal, the failure point is like almost never the hardware itself.
Those connections, right?
Yeah, it's the handshake between mismatched protocols. A display from one brand doesn't recognize the switching signal from another, and suddenly your video just drops out.
Ugh, the worst.
Truly. But the Alta arrives completely pre-configured and pre-programmed to bypass those exact communication bottlenecks.
Okay, pre-configured sounds great in a warehouse, but I have to push back here a little.
Sure, go ahead.
Plug and play usually translates to plug, pray, and call IT anyway. Every corporate network has different firewalls and security rules. So is it really frictionless once it hits a strict IT environment?
Well, because all the primary video and audio routing is entirely self-contained, it actually is.
Wait, really? It doesn't need the network for that?
Right. You aren't relying on the local network to make the HDMI switch talk to the audio processor. They're physically bundled and logically mapped together before they ever ship. The network connection is just there to pull in outside data, like your calendar.
Oh, okay. Which actually brings us to how you, the everyday employee, interact with this setup once it's bolted to the table.
Right, the user experience.
Yeah, the primary touch point when you walk into the room is this 10-inch premium touchscreen. It handles the inputs, the presentation sources, and it unifies the environmental controls like lights and shades into that single interface. It even comes with complimentary custom logo branding.
Which is nice, but for a tech-savvy professional, controlling lights from a touchscreen isn't exactly a groundbreaking revelation.
Fair enough, yeah.
The real innovation is how that screen runs built-in software called PushGo Meet. That act as a direct sync with your corporate Outlook or Google Calendars.
So instead of a separate scheduling panel mounted out in the hallway, the room itself actually knows its schedule. If a meeting gets moved...
It updates live on the table interface.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And because it knows what meeting is scheduled, you get one-touch start for platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and WebEx.
Oh, so you aren't frantically digging through an email thread to find a buried invite link while 6 people stare at you.
Nope. You tap the screen, the call launches, the cameras activate, and the displays turn on simultaneously.
Okay, that sounds amazing. But a slick touchscreen doesn't mean much if the video chokes when the CFO starts pulling up data. How does this system handle the actual presentation payload?
Surprisingly well, actually. It supports up to 4 HDMI devices simultaneously, pushing 4K video out in flexible multi-view layouts.
4 devices. It's essentially a high-end sports bar setup then.
Basically, yeah.
But instead of watching 4 college football games, you're doing intense side-by-side spreadsheet and data comparison.
A highly corporate sports bar? Sure. And that brings us back to the $5,390 price tag.
Which sounds like a lot up front.
It does. But in commercial AV, buying a switcher, a control processor, a touch panel, and the dedicated room PC separately easily surpasses that number. And that's not even counting the labor to program them to talk to each other.
Or the peace of mind. And I know they offer a 5% discount option, free USA shipping, and a 3-year PureLink warranty.
Right. It's pitched as a reliable, all-in-one corporate investment to stop burning billable hours on tech support in smaller workspaces.
It really represents a growing trend in the AV world, prioritizing completely frictionless integrated environments over piecemeal technology.
The less you notice the hardware, the better it's working.
Definitely. Which leaves you with an interesting question to mull over.
Oh, what's that?
Well, as true plug-and-play systems completely automate AV routing and calendar syncing, is the familiar ritual of the frantic IT support person running into a meeting room to fix an HDMI cable soon to be entirely extinct. Will we actually miss having technical difficulties as an excuse?